Today is Reiki Day number 17. It's been 4 days since I've done a video vlog, and honestly, I'm not the best with articulating my emotions, even though I have a lot of emotions. So I'm feeling feelings of shame towards myself and family. I just judge myself so much, too much. I'm just like, where does this come from? And I really need to focus on being grounded here, right now, in the now, and focus and pay attention to what's my surroundings, what's around me. And part of that is letting go of certain shames and, forgiving myself. I honestly think that I might be looking at all of this in the wrong way. I might be looking at some things in just not the best ways. I need to be more grateful, incorporate more gratitude into my life. I need to incorporate more healthy habits into my life, or start to incorporate more healthy habits into my life. Telling myself positive things about myself. And, I have messed up. I've completely dropped the ball several times, but all I can do in this moment is be better than I was yesterday and forgive myself and continue moving forward, because there's so much work to do. And what's the point of continuing to torture myself by replaying what I don't like, the things that I did that I didn't like, or things that I allowed as well. But then I have to tell myself as well, then that's where I was going next, is that I also have to tell myself that I have to take responsibility for the things that I have done, right? Taking responsibility for, okay, here, I didn't listen when I should listen. I didn't listen. I didn't follow my intuition. One of the lessons I've learned is always follow my intuition. Always follow my intuition. And my people, I love my peeps. I really do. I'm sure I give them such a big ass headache all the time, but I love my peeps so much. They're always looking out for me, and I'm so blessed. I really am so blessed. And my peeps will never steer me wrong, and I can trust my people. I can trust them with my whole entire life, and I do not want to have to see something anymore to find out if what they're saying is there's maybe they're wrong, so I don't need to find out anymore on my own. If when I hear something and I feel intuitively something, I'm gonna go with that. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna trust myself, and I'm gonna trust my people, and do that and moving forward. But also just that's my responsibility, where I'm taking my responsibility. Also, I'm forgiving. There's an affirmation card, by the way, for a spiritual upkeep. You can find it at a spiritual upkeep. But this one for me has to do with forgiveness and forgiving everyone, that have ever hurt me. And that includes, for myself, I've hurt myself as well by self-sabotaging and by being in my own way. And so I have to forgive myself, and that's one of the hardest things for me for whatever reason. But that's where I'm at right now, y'all. So I'm learning who I am. And I'm taking responsibility for who I am, and instead of running from who I am. That's something else that I'm learning right now in this process, this Reiki Day 17. So, as you guys can see, a lot of things have transpired these past few days. They have been coming up. And like I said, accepting myself fully so that I can really thrive. Because when you accept who you are fully without a bias, you understand your weaknesses and your strengths, and you can really grow from there. And that's something that I'm learning. Instead of beating myself up, love myself. So, okay, y'all. So another thing that I realized through this process is oh, well, growing up, you hear these things said about you, or, you just don't, you feel like you're out of place. But then you realize that all those things are not real. No one can tell you who you are. Only you can choose that for yourself by the choices that you make. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my head was gone. I was gone. I was out of here. Mentally, I've been checked out for a while. And I wasn't understanding how. But because I closed myself off, I checked out, and I didn't allow myself to fully be here present in this moment because of just swallowing in this bullshit that has been fed to me, and it's all a lie. I became addicted to the short-term reliefs, that be through relationships, that be through different things that I would like to do, that I kept myself entertained with. But really, it was because I wasn't dealing with my issues head on. I was not allowing myself to see these things for what they are, and allow myself to just these things to just come up. I wasn't allowing that. I just kept pushing them and didn't want to deal with them. Push them to the side. They hurt too much. It's so painful. But when you just let it come up, it's so freeing and such a relief. And it's like you can breathe better. So I'm very sensitive, and growing up, I didn't understand my sensitivity, and I became ashamed of it at some point. And it worked against me because I allowed it to, because I saw it as something that was negative, a part of myself that I associated with negativity and shame, and that way. But I'm learning that my sensitivity is 11:11 on the clock. My wish is that all the things that have hurt me, the ways that I have hurt myself, all the feelings and the emotions, that I find peace with all of them, and that I let them go sincerely from my heart, so that I can. I had to mention that because it actually ties into some of the things that are coming up for me, and that has to do with like coming into acceptance of who I am, and really understanding my strengths and my weaknesses. And for myself moving forward is such a relief, because when you know yourself, that self-knowledge is so important. How it makes such a difference in the way that you move when you have true peace with who you are. And with true peace comes forgiveness. And how do I forgive myself? Now it's like, okay, well, forgiveness births from love. So loving myself enough to forgive myself. And now I'm going to translate in Spanish. Bueno, entonces, mi gente, yo la verdad, yo quiero encontrar paz interior, y eso toma tiempo. O sea, tengo que seguir luchando, tengo que seguir dándole, no me puedo dejar parar. O sea, no me voy a dejar que ganen, que esa energía gane. Yo no voy a dejar que eso pase. No quiero dejar que eso pase, porque yo, o sea, ¿cómo puedo dejar que eso pase? No lo puedo dejar pasar. Y ahí estoy ahorita, mi gente. Ahí donde estoy, luchando por mi paz interior, porque tengo acumulado mucha mierda por dentro que me ha pasado, que yo, por ser boba, por no ver bien, por ver aquí y no ver todo, ha sido egoísta en unas situaciones. Me ha costado estar en más mierda, más trauma y eso. Hola, mi gente, es hoy el día 17 de Reiki. Han sido 4 días desde que ha hecho un video, y han pasado varias cosas. Han, han venido varias memorias y me han venido varias memorias y hay muchas cosas que vinieron a la superficie durante este tiempo y me ha hecho sentir y me ha hecho ver que en una de las lecciones que ha tenido que ver y estoy entendiendo, la verdad, entendiendo bien, es que yo tengo que confiar en mí misma, en mi intuición y en mi gente, que nunca me van a guiar incorrectamente, siempre van a estar ahí para mí y eso es una bendición y tengo que incorporar más gratitud en mi vida porque yo estoy muy bendecida. Entonces, aparte de yo estar soy muy bendecida, también ahorita estoy viendo que es, la verdad, hay muchas cosas que uno a veces se cree en la mente que uno tiene que empujar, sacar esa energía de su mente porque uno mismo se para, uno mismo se pone estos bloqueos a veces creyendo las cosas que a veces uno escucha en la mente, las cosas negativas. Entonces para mí yo tengo que ver, es que la verdad a veces hago la vida más difícil de lo que es porque yo me digo a mí misma, bueno, sé que aquí aquí cometí un error, bueno, lo miro como es y sigo adelante, me perdono y ya sé que eso para mí es un no, o sea, no, yo no puedo, como tengo una conciencia, me cuesta a veces hacer a veces me cuesta hacer ciertas cosas y me hacen sentir muy mal, o sea, me siento mal que hice esas cosas para y en el proceso de hacer esas cosas se me fue la palabra, Dios, lastimé a alguna gente en el proceso y a mí no me gusta lastimar gente buena, a mí no me gusta lastimar a la gente. Entonces tengo que hacer las paces con mí misma y perdonarme a mí misma por ciertas cosas, ¿no? Y seguir adelante. Es todo lo que uno puede hacer, ser mejor, no no condenarme a mí misma por esas cosas. En vez de condenarme, ¿por qué no seguir adelante y agradecer igual, como les digo, yo quiero dejar ir de todas las cosas, ver las cosas, darles amor y dejarlas ir, y eso a veces a mí me cuesta dejar ciertas cosas ir, no sé por qué me cuesta, pero me cuesta y tengo que dejar cosas ir, dejarlas ir, darles amor, dejarlas ir, y pues ahí es donde ahorita estoy. Entonces bueno, mañana es agosto primero y me están afectando aparte hoy. Bueno, agosto primero es hay luna llena, es una luna llena, y aparte estamos en el proceso del portal de The Lionsgate Portal, se llama, que dura hasta el 8 de agosto y es un tiempo bien poderoso para que me ayude. Bueno, y entonces ahí es donde yo estoy ahorita, encontrando más gratitud y dejando las cosas ir que ya no me sirven, dejando las cosas ir, incluyendo el dolor que me estoy agarrando, que nosotros a veces agarramos en ese dolor y nos quedamos ahí, y yo estoy encontrando que dándome compasión para poder dejar esas cosas ir. Y aparte mañana es el 1 de agosto y el 1 de agosto y el 31 de agosto hay lunas llenas, y mañana, bueno, casi van a ser ya hoy el segundo día, el próximo día, perdón, es el 1 de agosto y hay super luna llena. Y también está el portal de León, el portal de León, que se acaba el 8 de agosto.